So I used to work for Zee World, producing the series that you watch on Zee World. Not all of them, there were some particular ones, right from production assistant to assistant director. That's how I learned things practically.
Let the magic of cinema begin.
My mother was an Indian classical musician. We grew up with a lot of music at home. My dad was an entertainer. He was a stage artist. My major inspiration came from my parents.
You directed different adverts, you've managed different types of projects.
Yes.
You're also an actor in Hugs and Kisses. How was that experience?
You stupid! Get out of my premises!
Hugs and Kisses was my major platform here in Zambia. Hugs and Kisses gave me that opportunity to completely use my skills and my talent and everything. My acting talent, my direction, technical talent, creative. I was all around in that project. Winda, he's the producer. He gave me an opportunity to direct.
What do you think makes a great leader in the creative industry?
You're like a mother to, I won't even say father, being a mother to your children. You teach your children this, you teach your children that, you yell at them, but at the end of the thing, it's like you're nurturing them, That's what leadership is all about. Most important thing is to be humble. When you're humble, your mind is free. So never leave your source of income when you have it with you. You pursue your passion, but have this on the side, which gives you that financial support. You will grow. Just learn how to balance it. Okay, that was great talking to Maka. He's left me with a couple of questions that I need to answer for you guys. The first one is introspection. Why is hearing your inner voice important? The inner voice is not just important. The inner voice helps you to...
Mr. Raj, it's great to finally have you here.
Thanks, Maka.
I'm really excited, and having you here means a lot to me. We're going to share that a little bit. It's going to be a bit emotional because, I think the reason why I am where I am today is because of the opportunity and you coming into my life, the opportunity that you gave me. Maybe just go back a little. When I was back in Kasama, I remember not having a job. I had not been in any official job. And I remember being in a graphic design WhatsApp group. Then I saw someone post to say, the manufacturing industry is recruiting looking for 2 designers and 1 video editor. I remember sending my portfolio to your number on WhatsApp, and then you looked at it. And I remember I posted it at 10 hours. You responded to me around 14 hours to say, oh, you've qualified for the interviews. Can you come tomorrow?
Yeah.
Then I was like, I can't come tomorrow because I'm in Kasama. It's like 13 hours drive for me to get to Lusaka.
Yeah.
Then I asked you to say, can you give me a chance so that I can travel tomorrow?
Yeah.
Then on Wednesday, I can come for the interviews. And I remember you saying, you're just like, oh, okay, cool. That's fine. You can come on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then I remember that time I was really broke. I had no money. And I remember calling my brother-in-law. I told him to say, oh, I have been invited for these interviews. I need to come for interviews in Lusaka.
Yeah.
Then he was just like, oh, cool. He sent me the money the same day. Yeah. I bought the ticket the next day at around 5. I was traveling to Lusaka. Yeah. So I traveled that day on a Tuesday. Yeah. Reached my brother-in-law's house. Then the following day I came for interviews. Yeah, and you were there with AJ as well. And we did the interviews, of course. Yeah. And I remember after that you sent the test that we were supposed to write. Yeah. Then I remember qualifying for that as well. Then you called me to say, oh, you need to come for the second round of interviews. Yeah. You should come through. Then I remember coming through. Then we talked about everything and the working conditions. Yeah. And the rest was history. Yeah. And ever since I think you are not just like my boss or my manager. You have been more than that. You've mentored me. You've supported me. And you've given me many different opportunities. Like, so many opportunities, and I'm really grateful for that, and I'm thankful to God that I met you, and to finally sit and talk with you like this is it gives me chills, and this is like really emotional for me, so I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
No, it's like I say, in life the opportunities come. You never know who brings that opportunity to you, and when I saw your work, when you sent your portfolio to the email, I sat with AJ and these other guys at work, and then I said, no, I think this guy has the right thing that we want, because he does video editing, he does his graphics, he's all in one. So that's how we ended up calling you for an interview. And of course, like you said, everything else was history. When you came, you outperformed. It was just beyond what we thought, and then you gave us more, like you encouraged us more by doing more creative stuff and stuff. Obviously there was that bit of restriction in the creative aspect
Yeah.
at that place, but then you showed us something that was beyond. So I don't know about the others, but for me it was something very it was something that was nice to me. It was like, this kid knows what he's doing. He knows he's going to step up the ladder soon. I could see that in you. The reason why they accepted it is because they were depending on me
Yeah.
to get the right guy, which I thank God you were the right guy.
Yeah.
And then, yes, of course, we worked together, and then I saw your caliber and stuff like that. That's when the big break happened for you. And then, then obviously recommendations and everything. But, in everyone's life, there is somebody that comes in your life. Should we call it an angel or whoever it is, that comes to give you that good news, that new opportunity. So I'm thankful, and I'm extremely proud of you right now, where I'm sitting next to you. We're doing this podcast and stuff, and where you are right now. It gives me that bit of happiness and joy, and it gives me that satisfaction when I see that, okay, Marka from this stage has come to this stage. It gives me that satisfaction. It's not about employing somebody. It's not even the opportunity. It's just how that person has carried himself with respect, with dignity, with hard work. That's what matters to somebody like me. Not even anything else. So for you to reach this level, you have followed certain rules and regulations. I have mentored you in some way. I don't know. Somewhere I've given you some kind of an encouragement or something, but you used it in the right way. So I think not only for you, but for many other people out there, young people that want to step up the ladder, I think they should just inculcate something that is good morals, good values, and be disciplined in life. If they want to step up the ladder. And when you know that somebody is there to give you, to mentor you, to give you that opportunity, listen to that person. Sometimes we're too busy, especially as young people. Your blood is so hot, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to push yourself. But then there's that small little bit of information that this person is giving you. Small little bit of encouragement this person is giving you. Listen carefully. Don't ignore. It can take you 10 steps ahead from where you are right now. So you yourself are an example and encouragement to all those young people out there that want to get to a certain level. So I can only wish you best of luck. I can wish, and then God bless you, and just make it big in life. But the most important thing, again, is that being humble is very important. Doesn't matter how big you are, where you are, your humbleness takes you ahead, miles ahead. But you lose that bit of humbleness, you're done. But anyways, congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Keep it up.
Yeah,
Keep it up.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you so much. I always appreciated your wisdom, and I've always loved that whenever we're together, you're always giving me all these nuggets about life, and I really learn a lot from you, and I'm really grateful for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Anyway, this is not about me.
Okay.
Today is not about me. This podcast is about, audience getting to know you, and we got into those conversation, what you do, what you've been doing, and what you've been up to. Yeah, so we'll get into that. So, Mr. Raj, I want you to take me back, like growing up. How did you get interested into like storytelling and the arts and media?
Well, it runs in the family, I must say. My mother was Indian classical musician. She graduated as a musician. You know, in India you have those facilities where those education where you can graduate in music. So she did the Indian classical music. You know,
Yeah.
so she used to sing Indian classical music. She also used to play an instrument called the sitar. It's like a guitar, but then it's the Indian version of a guitar sitar, which is slightly longer. So longer with a bass down there, and it's got strings and stuff.
Yeah,
If you Google it, you will find what a sitar, sitar, is. That's one thing. We grew up with a lot of music at home, natural music, no tape recorders. Mom used to sing, you know, she used to sing and thing. Then also my father, my dad was, he was also an entertainer. Okay, he was a stage artist, and also used to play the Indian drums called the tabla. Tabla, it comes in a small the two pieces, a smaller and the bigger one, which gives you the bass, and the smaller one, which gives you the higher notes. You know, so he used to play the drums. You know, the Indian drums called tabla. You can Google that as well. You know, so there was music at home all the time. There was music all the time, and then mom and dad would probably even compose some kind of music, lyrics and stuff. Things used to just happen like that. Obviously, those days we didn't have internet and whatever. We just used the tape recorders and tapes and stuff. So a lot of stuff was happening. So I think my major inspiration came from my parents. You know, and they were also into a lot of Bollywood movies. So we used to watch movies. We used to have those VHS tapes those days. You know, put in the video player and watch. So a lot of it comes from that kind of a background. You know, I was inspired by color. I was inspired by sound, by music. I was inspired by how movies are made. You know, I wonder where the cameras were and stuff. Then that's how it all started. You know, people and I'm just letting you know that I used to do stage plays as well when I was a young boy. From like I was good at art. I was just good at painting. I was good at drawing. I used to be very good at art. Stage performances. I used to be good at music. I used to sing. So it's just that's how it's naturally built in me. That's how it all started. You know, that's how I try to understand in the movies, how do they do this? I mean, where do they come up with these kind of stories and stuff like that? That was as a young boy.
So that is back in India, right?
No, here.
Oh, in Zambia.
Yeah, my father came here in 1969.
Oh, okay.
So we had those things at that time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I was born later, many years later. But then...
so you were born in Zambia?
I was born in India.
Then you came.
Then I came here when I was just like 3 months old.
Oh.
So literally grew up here. My father was a veterinary doctor in Mazabuka. He was district veterinary officer. He was deputed by the government of India to the government of Zambia, and then we stuck around. We stuck around here. But creative stuff started. It's by default, I feel.
Yeah. So from your mom and your father,
my
music
father.
in the house.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember that for my family. My father used to work in agriculture.
Okay.
Then mom, I think she was also interested in art, but I don't think she ever
Pursued
pursued any of it. Because I remember she used to, what was it called, signage?
Signage,
they call it signage, where you like if it's a poster then you print something. I remember she used to do that for some time, but I don't remember her pursuing that as well.
Okay.
I guess maybe that's where my artistic side comes from as well.
It does. Everybody has got that artistic side. It's just for me, it was very obvious. I knew it was very obvious. I could see it, feel it. I would sleep with it. I would wake up with it. You know, it was like that. You know, it was like that. So for everybody has got some artistic piece somewhere in them, which some realize it, some don't realize it. You know. Maybe in a later stage they realize that okay.
I also have this.
I think I have this. You know.
You've directed different adverts. You've managed different types of projects.
Yes.
And you're also an actor in Hugs and Kisses. How was that experience?
Yeah, well, that's Hugs and Kisses was my major platform here in Zambia. But I've struggled here in Zambia to get where I am right now, with a lot of producers that wanted my services in terms of acting.
Yeah.
So every day, it's like if you're in a local movie and then you're an Indian actor, it used to be like, oh wow, there's an Indian actor in that.
Oh, yeah,
Those days, that's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about maybe 2007, 2008. I worked with a lot of producers for free, just to get the hang of how the industry is.
Yeah.
And it was passion driven. For me, it's all passion driven. I wouldn't think about the money or whatever. Passion driven. So I did my part as an actor, as a professional. I did my part. But then the industry was too weak.
Yeah.
Producers were too weak. The directors were too weak. There's nothing really, But then Hugs and Kisses gave me that opportunity, to completely use my skills and my talent and everything in Hugs and Kisses. My acting talent, my direction talent, my technical talent, creative, all that. So I was all around in that project. So Hugs and Kisses, just to let people know, is it's an interracial series where you have a black family, then you have the Asian family. So it's about a business class Indian man who's got his son, his wife, and then he's got his business partner who's got a daughter, and then there's this black Zambian girl who works for their business, and then the son and this black girl fall in love with each other. And what happens in that situation? It's full of melodrama. It's full of stuff that is, people enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is reality. Which is reality as well. Things like that happen here between Indian families and Zambian families, and then where there's no approval of the two families coming together.
It's like there's conflict in terms of
culture and stuff like that.
Traditions.
So it portrays, it tells a story of these families trying to get together, but they can't get together because of certain boundaries that are between the families, where rejection comes in, where this comes in, there's a lot of stuff happening. So that gave me an opportunity to direct. The producer, Mukisa Luinda, he's the producer for Hugs and Kisses. He gave me an opportunity to direct. So I was directing and casting as well. All the Indian cast, I brought in all the Indian cast. I brought in all the, and of course the training for acting.
Yeah.
I trained these guys in how to act. The Zambian cast was they already knew.
Oh, yeah.
They already were actors.
Okay.
But the Indian cast was slightly new to the whole thing, understanding the Indian, because I know the Indian culture, so it was easy to gel in the Zambian culture.
Oh, yeah.
So he was looking after the Zambian culture, directing all the Zambian scenes, and I was doing all the Indian scenes.
Yeah.
So that's how this series came up. We did almost 50 episodes,
Nice.
which was it was showing on Top Star,
Okay.
on Top Star channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my major breakthrough in this country. Yeah.
Nice.
But otherwise, I was working with Zee World for almost 10 years. That's where all my experience came through. Zee World.
Yeah. Then also you also haven't, I think, touched on as well, like in India. So you were here and then you went back to India for school.
For school, yeah.
Yeah. What did you do there?
When I was here, I was doing accounts. My dad and mom, they said, no, you need to do accounts, because all the other Indian kids were in accounts.
Yeah.
No, Indians are very good at mathematics and stuff. So I got into doing accounts here. I was at Zamim, Zambia Institute of Management. I was doing accounts, and I even did CIMA, part of CIMA, and then I was supposed to do ACCA, which I didn't do. And I told my dad, I said, you know what, I'm done with this. This is not me. What do you want to do? I said, I want to do film. And my dad and mom looked at each other and like, this kid he's not serious. There's no market here in Zambia and stuff like that. I said, no, I want to do film. you know. So that's how I ended up going to India. I studied in a film school. I graduated almost 4 years of film and television. I got picked on campus by Zee, the Zee network. So initially they started me off with, they have the education area where Zee Institute of Creative Arts and Media Arts. So that's where I was working as a coordinator, and that's how my career started with Zee. Yeah. So, and then then that's it. My passion.
Yeah.
So
So Z, is it Zee World that we, was it, is it connected? The Zee
Okay,
World that we,
Z. It's called the Zee network, right? Now Zee is spread it's spread all around around 40 to 45 countries around the world. So they have Zee World, they have Zee Education, they have Zee different channels of Zee. Mother is the Zee network. Under that they have these. So Zee World is only one part of it, which is an international for the southern region of Africa. It's called Zee World. So I used to work for Zee World, producing these series that you watch on Zee World. Not all of them. There were some particular ones that I used to be within. Right from production assistant to assistant director. That's how I learned things practically. And I said, no, I need to get back home. Home was Zambia for me.
Home was Zambia.
Yeah, so I said, let me get back home and then let me try and do something. After working for like almost 8 to 10 years in India, in Bollywood, I said, no, I need to go back. I need to do something that side.
Home is home.
Yeah, home is home. So I came back. I came back, and then it is.
It's like you've got all these experiences. You're able to produce, able to direct. You're also able to teach. Yeah, that's really amazing. As someone you have managed different projects, worked, directed different scenes. What do you think makes a great leader in the creative industry?
Being a great leader is like cooking up a good meal.
Tell me about it.
Add your salt, add your spices, all in the right proportion. Well, being a good leader, you're not alone. A leader is not built by himself. A leader is built with a lot of support from everywhere else. A leader has to have focus. You need to know where you're heading. You need to know what your goal is. You need to know that you're not only walking yourself, you're walking with a whole bunch of other people that are in the same boat with the same dreams of achieving something together. So it's like a leader will always make sure that his team members, the ideas of a team member are always taken care of, and then that bit of encouragement. It's like, Mark, it's like, how do I tell you in simple words? It's being a mother. You're like a mother to, I won't even say father, being a mother to your children. You teach your children this, you teach your children that, you yell at them, but at the end of the thing is like you're nurturing them, them. That's what leadership is all about. Most important thing is to be humble. When you're humble, your mind is free.
Wow.
Yeah. When you're humbled, your mind is free. That's when you can think better. But when you're rigid, when you feel like you're the boss, hey, this is wrong. Hey, this is rubbish. You're stuck. Your mind doesn't work. You can't think. Like, you can tell me that, boss, I've got this great idea, and no. And then I look at it and say, no, let's do it this way. So I'm just cutting you off.
Yeah.
That's not leadership. A leader will always pick. You might not be 100% correct, but you have to listen. As a leader, you listen to your people. And then you say, okay, Maka, I like what you've said, but I think this part of it from what you said can work in this way, in our project or in our thing, So leadership involves a lot of listening, humbleness, listening. It's very important. You can't just boss around. And make sure that your team members learn from you. Because tomorrow they're not going to be where they are. They're going to be leaders as well. So you need to inculcate in them the essence of being a leader, not a boss.
Yeah. So a leader is being focused, being humble,
Yes.
being able to treat other people with respect.
Yes. And listening.
And listening to them.
Yes.
And so just because you're a leader doesn't mean you have to treat people anyhow.
No, that's a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bosses don't come with those things. Leadership comes with a lot of other, bossmanship. Let me call it bossmanship doesn't work.
Yeah.
It comes with like, probably you're insecure. That's when your boss comes out. You know? Yeah.
So having said that, then what advice would you give to young people or young creators who want to get in this industry?
Yeah, that's a tough one now. First of all, keeping Zambia in mind, the industry is growing, right? Different, like it could be creatives, it could be technical, it could be creative technical, it could be something to do with script writing, it could be direction and stuff. Like I said, the industry is still growing here.
Yeah.
Good producers are here. A few, if I can say a few of them, like Frank Sibuku, who's doing Impali. I worked in 2 movies of his, 2 feature films of his. I worked with Yoeli Chungu, who's doing Ten Tamanga Street. I did a couple of scenes with him. They're very good producers that are around, But for you as an individual, you need to do a bit of introspection. Introspection meaning looking into yourself. There's something in you, there's that little worm in you that says, I want to do film, I want to do editing, I want to do, you understand, you've been in that situation somewhere. But then look at your surrounding, look at where you are at the moment. Can you manage it? Is the first thing you need to think. Can I manage this? Can I do this? How am I going to do it? All those questions come up, But somewhere in you will get the answer once you do an introspection. You sit and you think and you analyze yourself. You analyze where you want to be. If I'm going to do videography or if I'm going to do editing or what, where am I going to be? Should I go to school? Should I do what? It's all about your individual thought. Because right now the industry is not too strong. You need backup. You need finances. Doesn't matter how young you are, but then for you to step up the ladder, you need to start somewhere. So it's like, it's all about yourself, how you understand the industry. For me, I went through a lot. I went through accounts. I'm not a math guy. I'm too allergic to mathematics.
Yeah.
So I realized at a later stage, like, it's not me, man. This is not me. I would sit at night or just cry and say, this is not me. What am I doing? I'm doing sketches. I'm drawing. I'm cutting pictures from magazines, trying to do camouflage and stuff. That's what I used to do.
Yeah, that's what you used to love.
Yeah.
Which is also Indian.
Yeah, it's also Indian.
Yeah, like
it isn't.
Indians are known
they're like,
for science.
Yeah, science, mathematics, engineering, and stuff like that. So when my friends used to like, dude, what is this?
Yeah.
I said, no, this is me. I just thank God that my parents understood, and then they said, okay, do this. There's a secret behind it, although my dad wanted to film when he was young.
Oh, okay.
But it was difficult that time. So he eventually went into veterinary sciences and stuff. So he's super proud of me because I did what he wanted to do. I've come out and I've done it.
Yeah, and you've done it.
But remember, it's a struggle. Always have a backup plan. Always make sure you have enough, you have something going on that takes care of yourself. Your monies to pay your rentals, your food, your everything else. Continue your passion. Continue your passion. Continue pursuing your passion, because one day you will get there.
Yeah.
I'm still, even at this stage, I'm still pursuing my passion because I'm not yet there.
Yeah.
I feel an artist can never be satisfied.
No.
You still feel like somewhere you're lagging, somewhere there's something so much more that you want to pursue. But always have a backup plan for safety purposes. Money is important, you know. You might say, oh, you're not supposed to love money. But
Well,
you need
blows
stuff.
on-
I want to buy a camera. I need
Yeah.
money. I need to buy a lapel for mic lapel. I need money. I need lights. I need money. Even if I'm working, I can invest bit by bit, just like how you did it, man.
Yeah.
You know, just the same way. So for somebody who wants to get into the industry, there's a lot of thinking that you need to do about yourself. Am I sure I want to get into this? And which stream of film do you want to get into? That's most important.
Yeah.
You can't be a jack of all trades, master of none.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there has to be something. Like for me, it's direction.
Yeah.
Direction is my core stuff. Acting is part of it. Acting, yes, is a part of it, but then direction is my core thing. And of course, training in terms of acting. Those are my specialities. Okay, that was great talking to Maka. Now he's left me with a couple of questions that I need to answer for you guys. So the first one is introspection. Okay, we are talking about acting in particular. So it says, why is hearing your inner voice important when deciding to pursue acting? The inner voice is not just important for acting. The inner voice helps you to understand exactly where you want to be. The inner voice helps you to develop your thought process, your thinking process. It helps you to do a lot of introspection, a lot of understanding about yourself, about where you want to be. Acting is a career where you can make it, but then look at where you are. You are in Zambia, look at the industry, try and look at your surroundings. How well can you be established as an actor? Will you manage it? All that stuff is there. Now, it also asks about the characteristics. What characteristics an actor needs to have? First thing first is simplicity, okay, and humbleness. When you have that simplicity in you, when you have that humbleness in you, your mind is free to think. Okay, so an actor is not just an actor who is just maybe playing a role of somebody sitting in the audience, or is playing a role of somebody that is just a businessman. An actor comes with different characters. Every director, every scriptwriter, everyone keeps you in mind that, oh, I see. So this person is like this. So we think maybe he can fit into a character that is an angry character, maybe an happy character, or maybe a business person. Different characters of life in life. Let me give you an example. When producers looked at me, usually they would give me a character of a businessman, a character of somebody who is maybe a lecturer, somebody who is a boss in the office, that kind of stuff, that character, because that's the kind of personality they have in their script, you know. So don't limit yourself that, no, I'm only good at acting like X person. I'm only good at acting like Y person. Not that way. An actor, that's why I said you need to be humble, you need to be sensitive to thought. Your thinking process is very, very important. That's when you can play the actual character that is given to you. Okay, and the next question, what inspires you to pursue acting? And how others explore their own inspiration? Like I said, I was very much inclined to the arts, line of arts, and my inspiration was more from the Bollywood and the Hollywood movies. Understanding what movies are, what characters are, how characters are played. My inspiration came from that part of it. And of course, if you want to know what your inspiration is, like I said before as well, it is all about introspection. Are you sure you want to be an actor? If I want to be an actor, what are the characteristics I'm looking at in myself to be an actor? And of course, there is that bit of inspiration that you can get, but you will have to find it on your own. The inspiration doesn't come from, it doesn't just pop up. You have to make that effort of finding that inspiration, but it will come up. You will find it and it will lead you ahead to be a good actor. All right, so next is what are the key demands of the acting industry and that aspiring actors should understand? What are the key demands? All right, so the industry comes with different demands. Okay, being an actor, you have to deliver the character that has been given to you. So the industry look at how teachable you are, how flexible this person is in learning, how flexible is he in changing a certain character role to change, maybe play three roles in different ways. So it's all about flexibility. It's also about understanding what the director wants. It's about understanding the script, your lines, the dialogue delivery. There's so many things that are involved in this, not just one thing. So it's important that you practice to be an, if you're an actor, pick up a role, watch whatever movie you're watching. Maybe there's some actor that is inspiring you and then you want to mimic that actor. Pick that up for your practice sake, for you to understand where I stand as an actor today, because the industry has different demands. So you should be able to flip yourself, to flip the character that there is. You're playing this role right now, you play another role this time. It's different for different people. So that's what you need to understand about yourself. And of course, the other question is, how can someone prepare for auditions, approach scripts, and develop the right mindset? Looking at auditions are a box of surprises. Okay, there's nothing to prepare for auditions because no one says, okay, oh, listen, I'm giving you this character, can you play this character in advance? No, auditions are open. When you get there, the people, the judges that are there, they look at you and say, okay, maybe we can give this person the character of maybe a mafia or somebody. Can you play that role? So they give you a line, they give you a situation and say, okay, play this role. That's how auditions are open-ended. There's nothing like you need to rehearse before you go there. So that's why I say whenever you go for an audition, carry your tools, your talent, your skill sets, and a free mind. So it's easier for you to perform during the auditions. And the other one is how can approaching a script and develop the right mindset. Scripts come in different ways. Okay, that's why I keep saying it again and again, that you have to have an open mindset. An open mindset will allow you to to take things in, to understand things better, to understand the script better, to understand the character better, to understand the director's instructions better, to understand lighting better, to understand your entire environment that you are in, where you're going to play that certain character. It will help you to understand. So your mindset should be free and open. Don't allow other aspects to come into your mind. No, I can't do this, I can't do this. You can't be rigid, Like I said, you need to be flexible towards everybody. You're working with a whole team of whole bunch of, I don't know how many people, so many people on set. So you need to be flexible. Your mind should be flexible. You cannot be rigid. Otherwise, better find some other profession. All right, going ahead, some practical tips for all of you. How do you recommend balancing passion and practicality when starting an acting career? Exactly the situation that I was in. You need to balance. One is you need to know your financial aspect. Am I able to pay rentals? Am I able to eat food? Am I able to have transport? All that. So you need a backup to work. Your passion, your main passion is your acting. If that's your passion, that you keep pursuing it till the time you know that, okay, I'm here now, I can manage it, I can do well, and I can manage myself financially creative in every aspect. So that's a practical tip I'm giving you. Never leave your source of income when you have it with you. No matter how hard your mind or your heart is saying, no, I need to leave, I need to leave. No, you don't leave it. You pursue your passion, but have this on the side, which gives you that financial support. You will grow. You will grow. Just learn how to balance it.
Mr. Raj, thank you so much for that breakdown. I hope the people that are aspiring to get into the industry, into the acting industry, get one or two things.
Sure.
So now back to our conversation and just wrapping up. So what would you say is the most proud moment in your career?
Well, Maka, I have a lot of moments that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
But the major one, I think, was when I did Hugs and Kisses. That gave me a full-fledged platform to use my skill sets, my talent, my creativity, and also the opportunity to direct. I think that's my stepping stone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer. So are there any exciting projects or things that you're working on in the background, or there's still not something you talk about now?
Yeah, there are projects coming up in 2025.
Yeah.
Already hooked them up. But I hope on the acting side, yes, there is one major project coming up as of now. I'm sure more will come. I will keep everyone posted once things come up. But at my end, I also want to work on a couple of projects that I'm working on right now, scripting and stuff. You'll come to know. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. No, can't wait to hear that.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Rajesh, thank you so much for joining me today. Having you here means a lot to me.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I spoke about it like in the beginning. I spoke about it a lot, and I'm really grateful for that. And I want us to keep doing this, not just once. And of course, we have something coming up in the future, most definitely. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming.
Okay. Thanks,
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Maka.
Yeah. So are there any, so where can people find you?
On LinkedIn, Rajesh.
Okay, the surname, the people want to hear the surname.
Rajesh Mujumdar.
Okay, it's showing on the screen right here. Okay. This is the surname.
On LinkedIn.
Rajesh Mujumdar.
Yeah.
Does it have any meaning?
Rajesh is king.
Oh.
Rajesh means king.
Okay.
Yeah. Mujumdar is a family name where they used to be, like you have a landlord, and then the landlords in India, there's different, like we used to own a lot of farms, especially horse farms, where they rear horses and things. So Mujumdar comes as one of those titles they are given for people that rear horses.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rajesh means king. Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Rajesh.
Thanks, Maka.